Well, with 3 motos done now for Pro Ski GP, we've got the 2 top runners sitting next to us right now. I've got Kevin Redder. He's got a perfect score so far with 3 moto wins. Kevin, it's been an incredibly crazy, I'm going to say, World Grand Prix. Japan didn't go exactly the way you wanted, which was very odd for us to see, to get edged out in an LCQ and you not be able to get any points. But you're looking for redemption here in Belgium, and you've already shown with 3 straight wins.
Yeah, Japan didn't go as planned. And yeah, the team worked effortless to get a ski that is capable of winning, and they did great. And now I'm happy to show all the effort and all the hard work the team put in on the track.
And the incredible thing is how fast these pro ski GPs out there, with all the aftermarket manufacturers now coming into it, is become a whole new racing when it comes to the ski class.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see also factory Kawasaki being back in the game with a factory team. And, you know, it kind of shows that there's so much excitement about the sport and about racing. And it's cool to see all those different companies popping up, and also the old ones coming back into the sport of stand-up racing.
Yeah, one thing I did notice is that we were talking a little bit earlier about it, but it was the trust you have with this level of racers, that you were able to get that close at the speeds that you're traveling, like when you and Jimmy are coming together to merge, to be able to trust that person and not going to take you out.
Yeah, it's super cool, especially the respect and the trust we have between me and Jimmy, for example, is so cool, because it's very hard and tight racing, and sometimes we touch, we rub, and that's racing, but we can always trust no one is doing anything stupid or extremely aggressive, and that makes up for some great racing and great relationship also between the riders, because we all work so hard for one goal, and we can be happy for each other when we don't stand on the top step of the podium once. We're really happy. Like when Jimmy won in Japan, I was so stoked for him.
Yeah, we love the respect that you guys have for each other. And I just got to ask you one question. What's going through your mind going into moto number 4 with a perfect score? Any nerves there, or are you just like, all right, we're just going to do what we do?
Yeah, I'm just going to hopefully do good again. I've got a good lead, so I can kind of relax, but I don't want to. I pushed the last moto really hard, and I want to, push myself again in the final moto.
Well, Mike, I know you got Jimmy Wilson sitting next to you, and he was the points leader coming out of Osaka.
That's right, Jimmy, the points leader coming out of Osaka, taking the Osaka Grand Prix. Stoked with that, and whole-shotted, man. That first moto, though, when Redder took you right there at the end, and I know that you guys have mad respect for each other. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I have always dreamed about being over here in Europe racing with these guys. Kevin's been doing it, I mean, as long as I have. He's won tons of world titles, and the prestige of being here, let alone leading and hearing him breathe down my neck for 17 minutes plus one. I'm glad I got I think like 17:45, and he got the last 5 seconds of it, but I'll take that. That's a huge win in my book. Obviously I want to get him, but I hated Osaka. I told him I don't want to win when he's sitting on the beach. I'd rather get beat trying to get him. So Moto 1 was awesome. It's a huge step for us, the whole team, Kawasaki and I. We weren't even a contender 2 years ago in Thailand, and now we've built a machine that's competitive for the win, not just competitive on the track. It's we're competing for the World Series this year, and to do it with competition like Kevin, Toshi, all these guys. There's so many riders. A young guy from the U.S. Coming out of nowhere, and he's really fast. It's hard to do that on borrowed equipment, and he's contending again for podiums this weekend. So Moto 1 was a huge accomplishment. Obviously, I would have loved to win, but if I'm going to get beat, I'm okay with getting beat by Kevin. It just shows that I'm going to go home and I'm going to train and be ready for Thailand, because I know he will be.
One of the things that I really respect about you, and we talked about it while you guys were out there racing, is that you're one of these guys that you come out to the regional races. You don't just come to the big events, but you go to the regional races and you teach the kids, man. How fulfilling is that to you?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's hard because, I was that kid. Now I'm kind of the old guy in the class, or one of the older guys in the class. But I was that kid, and I had people like Bill Haig, Tim Judge, Tim Bushman, Rob Flores, tons of them. And, they helped me. They taught me the hard lessons sometimes, on the track, but they did help me, and I want to do that for someone else, just like Kevin does. He helps the NOF group, and now, they're out here competing with us for wins, in the pro class and the expert class. So I just think that's the progression of the sport, right? Like, I had the opportunity, and I want to give back because I want, if my son wants to race, in the future, I want him to have a place to do it, and I want him to have the competition like I have. So, I want to make the whole sport better.
Moto number 4. What do you got for Kevin?
I don't know. We'll see. This guy's an animal. I just give it to him. He's super fit. They figured out the ski this weekend, and I'm probably off par, but I'm going to go try and see what I can do.
Well, I'll tell you what, another thing that I really like about you is the whole family aspect. Your family's at all the shows.
Yeah, this one's really cool. It's my mom and my son's first trip out of the United States. And then, obviously Sophie and I are engaged, and we got to go to her hometown and see her family. And so we make the most out of it. I don't mind doing it, just Sophie and I, but it's super cool to have my son and my mom. It's just the first time I've ever done it, and I just love having them,
Dave, I'll tell you what, I love both of them, man.
Both
Both
so
of these guys
awesome.
are
I love
awesome.
them racing and all that, guys. Kevin, good luck in Moto number 4.
Wish you the best.
Jimmy, good luck, and can't wait to see you guys race. And one of the great things about the competitors, the friendliness they have and how they support each other. We'll find out more how it turns out here in Moto number 4.